Well, here we are again up at Tarrytown, New York at the Lyndhurst Mansion. You know, I've been coming here and with Maria for several years, and when I first saw House of Dark Shadows, I didn't realize that it was shot 50 miles from where I lived. We're going to see Catherine Lee Scott and some other members of Dark Shadows, and not too many of them are left. You know, the show is like, went on 60 years ago. And after that, we're going to walk around and go to one of Maria's favorite places,
the Rose Garden. And as we were pulling in here, we saw that roses definitely are in bloom, and they're absolutely beautiful. So later on, we'll be up close and personal with the roses.
So we're going to go enjoy this wonderful Gothic castle that was owned by Jay Gould and some other people. And it's a Dark Shadows kind of day. I hear the train coming up the Hudson. Come and join us. Lyndhurst was the perfect place to shoot Dark Shadows because not only would they shoot the exteriors, they could shoot the interiors too. The show itself was still being shot in New York City, and Lyndhurst was less than 30 miles away because many times the actors were written out of the show and they had to go to Lyndhurst and vice versa. For the TV show, the Seaview Terrace, later known as the Carey Mansion in Newport, Rhode Island, was used for Collinwood exteriors. Lyndhurst was designed by Alexander Jackson Davis in 1838 and owned in succession by New York City Mayor William Paulding Jr., merchant George Merritt, and then tycoon railroad magnate Jay Gould, who used it as a summer home and was the last owner of Lyndhurst. In 1961, Gould's daughter donated the estate to the National Trust for Historic Preservation and has been open to the public ever since. The Dark Shadows get-together was at the Welcome Center, which was the old stable house. There's a tent there where they have weddings and other events such as the Dark Shadows get-together. Catherine Lee Scott was there, who played Maggie Evans and Josette. Donna McKechnie, who I had never seen in any of these Dark Shadows get-togethers, she was Amanda Harris. And Marie Wallace, who played Eve and Megan Todd. And Sharon Smith, who played Sarah Collins, Barnabas's little sister. Also, Matthew Hall, the son of Sam Hall, who wrote the original series, was there. Matthew wrote the revival series in 1991. Sweetie, say some syllables.
A very hot day. That's a single syllable. Tons of people inside this place.
It's a tent.
Inside this tent, but that's not a syllable. That's one word. That's a one-syllable word. Syllable.
Although I did get married. I've been married 3.5 weeks. Anyway, I'm really pleased about the guests this year. As you know, Maria and I have been holding down the fort for a couple of years.
They called and asked me to audition for this. And then he submitted me, and the director, the casting director, said, I like Marie very much. She's a good actress, but she's not right for the part. So he insisted, and he was a strong agent, so he convinced her to see me. So I saw her, and she said to me, you're a good actress, Marie, but I don't think you're right for the part. She said, but however, I will give you an appointment with Dan Curtis, but don't feel badly if he starts to get up with his putter, because he has a green carpet and he'll start putting while he's auditioning you. I said to Jeff, God, I've got 3 strikes against me, you know? And so, but I went to the audition, And he gave me another scene to read and said, go in this room. He called Sam in. Sam came, and then I auditioned for both of them. And then that night, I got a call from Jack Curtis's office. Come in tomorrow. We have 3 people we want to see for this part. And we're gonna put you in gowns and all of that. Sure enough, I auditioned and I got the part.
Like in retrospect, I think to myself, what was the difference? What was the reason why I got it? It certainly wasn't because I was a better actress. I wasn't an actress. I've done commercials and modeling. I think it was because of the familia, the face of Sarah Collins. If you look at Joan Bennett, if you look at Barnabas, there was kind of a dark family resemblance in there. That's just my opinion. I sometimes think that's probably the only reason I got the job. But I look good without makeup.
Just to tell you that all of my dreams as a young dancer in Detroit was to come to New York and dance on Broadway. So that was like an incredible, that was my dream. And all of my hard work, going to classes and everything. Anyway, I was able to get into a Broadway show. And then my parents stopped worrying about me for a minute. And then I did another show and another show. And Catherine had to remind me that Dan Curtis saw me in a show called Promises, Promises, and liked it. And so I was called into the office. Now, I have done very little television. This show, as you know, is so unique. There's nothing like it. And when I auditioned, I was so thrilled to be able to be a serious actress. I got the job, and because everybody loved David Selby so much, I was the romantic lead. And so they started getting letters from people, little girls, really, 11 to 12 years old, who used to wait outside of the studio for autographs. And so I became all of a sudden written in the story, and my story continued until I gave my notice to do another Broadway show.
Who would like to take a picture with me? Anyone?
Do you want Angelique in there?
How was your first Dark Shadows, almost a convention?
It was okay.
Just okay.
It's just okay.
There were 2 dresses. One was a gown worn by Lara Parker. I don't think it was from a film.
Will you take ours?
The other dress was a costume. It was worn by Maggie Evans at the costume ball at Collinwood. It was originally worn by Josette Dupre, and Barnabas wanted Maggie to wear it. The Rose Garden is always a beautiful sight to see at Lyndhurst. Now it was time to go into the mansion and look at all the rooms, or at least most of them. This room is right in front of the main door when Barnabas first comes in and he presses the key on the organ. This is the dining room featured very much in House of Dark Shadows. Beautiful and beyond compare. This is the large art gallery room used in House of Dark Shadows and also Night of Dark Shadows. Now, for the first time since I've been coming here, the tower room was always closed and today it was open. What I loved is that you could see the accoutrements on top of the roof, the turrets, the chimneys. These are things that you could only see from the bottom on the ground. And we had some great views of what was going on the roof outside. All right, so that was our little vlog going back to Lyndhurst and seeing some of Dark Shadows, all right? And this was our episode 25. Our next one, sweetie?
Episode 26.
26.
Hopefully, it will be in...
Atlantic City? I don't know.
No, guess again.
Oh, maybe, well, we weren't going to tell you now, just in case. I don't want to jinx it, but it could be a biggie. Remember to see us next time on Maria and
Marcs Vlog.
Many years ago, in 1793, an evil woman named Angelique said with glee, "I cast a spell on Barnabas, and what was even worse, she turned him into a vampire. That was his curse." Sing my song, boys and ghouls.